Hey there, it is Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe. Look who's hiding out in the car today.
Yes, and what a great idea if you're a mom. Tori Hope Petersen has a new book. It's called How to Hide from Your Kids with 3 Easy Lessons. No, she's in her car there because she wants to get, make sure that we have a nice solid sound as we talk to her today about her latest book. It's called Fostered, One Woman's Powerful Story of Finding Faith and Family Through Foster Care. And it provides a fresh perspective on overcoming trauma, caring for the vulnerable, and encountering the love of God. Awesome. Tori, welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, Dan, get ready for this now.
Okay.
How often do we get to talk to somebody who's been named Mrs. Universe 2021? Not 1963, 2021. There she is. We're looking at her.
Tori, way to go.
Thank you. That's so sweet. It was really I think it was an accident. I have never done a pageant before. That was my first time ever. I didn't grow up on pageants or anything, but it was just a season of my life. My husband and I were fostering a sibling group of 3. We have 2 biological kids under 3, so we had 5, 3 and under. And
Wow.
it was just a hard season. And I felt like in prayer, I was like, God, I'm working for you. I'm doing this for you. And he was just like, I just want you to be with me. You don't have to do things for me. Just be with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can I just be with God? How can I just enjoy him? And pageantry kind of came on the table, and I was like, that sounds really fun. Let's give it a try.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's probably part of the reason is because you aren't the pageant girl that, you've done everything just right. And they was like, hey, this is something fresh and new. And she's like, real. I love this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, and no offense at all, but here you are, first time, and you win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was really, I would say it wasn't this huge surprise because I had a great coach.
Yeah.
And she kept telling me, you have the potential to win this, and you need to take this very seriously. And I'm very competitive. That's why I got a coach. I was like, I can't go into this and get last because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I at least got to place top 3. And she's like, yes, you will place top 3, but you have the potential to win, and you need to take it seriously. So I think with her training and her help, that's really that was a huge part of what led me.
That's awesome.
But the question is, how did you do that with 5 kids under the age of 3?
And a husband. And a husband
who's like having a child under the age of 3.
Yeah, so by the time that I competed in the pageant, the sibling group of 3 had left our home. So we only had our 2 biological babies in our home.
Okay.
So it was much lighter. And by that time, I really felt like I had permission to just enjoy God.
Wow.
Dan, for 2024, the election, I'm writing in Tori Hope Petersen for president.
Yes.
Because that's pretty amazing. So join with me, those of you that are watching and listening. Tori Hope Petersen for president 2024. She will be the best.
Yeah.
Right there.
I would be too young. It wouldn't even qualify.
Oh, sure. Rub it in that we're much older than you now.
Yeah. Hey, what a great book. What a great story. You not only, as you mentioned about your own foster kids, and you and your husband, family decided to take on foster kids, but you were in foster care yourself. Some traumatic life challenges before foster care. Where do you want to begin in this book? It's called Fostered, One Woman's Powerful Story of Finding Faith and Family Through Foster Care.
Where I started in the book, I start talking about how I found out that I was conceived. I was conceived out of abuse. My mom told me that when I was 9 years old. So I really start with that memory. It's not even mine, it's hers. And then I just go through the journey of what it was like living with my mom through her mental illness, through her trauma of how I was conceived and growing up, how that played a part in me having a low self-esteem, having trouble figuring out my identity, and then going into the foster care system twice just added to all of that confusion. I moved throughout 12 different homes, and then I chose to emancipate the day I turned 18 because I just felt so burned by the foster care system. But I knew really since I was an adolescent, that even though I didn't know God, like I knew that my story there was a purpose, there was a plan behind it, and God wanted to do something with that. And as I matured and as I grew in my faith, I understood more what that meant. And ever since, I've just been trying to live that out and live for Jesus.
Now, talk about how you were able to find your faith and family. I mean, obviously, you find a family through foster care, and hopefully, you find a good family, which there are a lot of good families in foster care. But finding your faith, how did being in the foster family help you do that?
Yeah, crazy thing, I didn't find my family in the foster care system. I found it through the foster care system. My track coach ended up taking me in and adopting me, welcoming me into his family. And so I always tell people, you don't have to be a foster parent to care for youth in foster care. Sometimes you just have to do what you have and use whatever's right in front of you, like my track coach did. And you could be touching the life of one, and you never know what that could result in. And how I came to my faith was I watched my track coach live out his faith, watched mentors and different people in my community really reflect the love of Jesus. And I was kind of a bully in high school. I wasn't very nice, but I didn't want to be. I understood that hurt people, and that's what I was doing. And I also understood that healed people have a part in healing. And that's really what I wanted to do. I didn't want to carry on the generational curses of hurting, but I didn't know how to do it. And when I came to understand the love of Jesus more, I was like, oh, that's what I need. Like, I need Jesus' love in my heart to help, to love others, to help others heal. And so that's really what brought me, because that's what I saw in the church. That's what I saw people doing for me. And so that's really what sold me out and that's when I accepted Jesus into my life.
Tori Hope Petersen, we're talking about her latest book. I think it comes out August, doesn't it? August 30th is when the book is released.
Yes, August 30th, but you can go pre-order it now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Shameless plug.
There you go. Fostered, one woman's powerful story of finding faith and family through foster care. Dan, she not only Mrs. Universe, but track and field All-American.
Wow. Tori, you're amazing.
My gracious. So let's talk a little bit about, now it's coming out in August. We want people to pre-order it and read it. What do you want them to get out of it? Let's say folks that have never experienced what you've experienced. I mean, you've obviously experienced the love of Jesus, which is awesome. And we all need that. And we all, and we have that, right? But what do you want people, the average person, to walk away with on your book?
Yeah, that's such a good question, Rick, because when I wrote the book, I wrote it for the youth in foster care. I just wanted to write a book that was like the book I needed when I was in care, that would have encouraged me, that would have led me to Jesus and a strong community. But there are people who haven't experienced the foster care system in any way that have bought the book and that are reading it. And I just read a review and I was like, wow, like that's what I want. Just like, no, people who aren't involved in the foster care system in any way to get out of it. The girl said that it encouraged her to get involved in some capacity, and that it encouraged her just to love her neighbor, to be kind, to be generous, and to just like be a good friend. And I was like, yeah, like that's really what the story is about. It's about a development of character, and a development of faith to look more and more like Jesus. Because as disciples, like, right, we're like living disciples here on earth. And as disciples, it is our job to make disciples. And so I felt like that's kind of what the book did. And I hope that's what it continues to do.
Talking to Tori Hope Petersen. Now, Tori, do you do like podcasts or anything that folks can check out, and other ways to follow you and find you?
Yeah, so most of my work is on my Instagram and my TikTok. Trying to get better at TikTok. I'm like that older young. And TikTok is still hard, but you can follow me. Everything is the same. Tori Hope Petersen, and Tori Hope Petersen is SEN, not SON. You can go to my website, ToriHopePetersen.com, Instagram, TikTok, all Tori Hope Petersen.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, Tori Hope Petersen, check out the book. It's interesting you said TikTok. Now I still call it the TikTok, just like the Facebook. But this morning I saw a story where Instagram is changing their format because TikTok has had such a huge impact on people that people are getting whatever they need good stuff, bad stuff, whatever from TikTok. So now Instagram is changing their format and ruffling the feathers of those that have been on Instagram for some time that do it the old-fashioned way.
Yes,
So,
it's actually kind of sad because, it's making us scroll faster and faster.
yeah.
And there's so much beauty in just like looking at an image and, drawing something from it. And now it's just like scroll past the videos. But there are a lot of influencers like myself who are on Instagram, and they are just having to change the way they communicate for the platform.
Right. Wow. It keeps on rocking. Tori Hope Petersen, check out the book. Tori, we'd love to have you back in the fall if you're up for it. You're such a delight. We love your story. And what a great guest, right, Dan?
Yes, and we can, if you're in the car again, we can see the changing of the seasons behind you, and that'd be a lot of fun.
That would be awesome. I guess I need a green screen or something.
No, I love this. I mean, you can see beautiful Ohio behind you there. It's great.
Oh, thank you. I would love to be back on. I so appreciate your guys' time.
Absolutely. Check out the book from Tori. It's going to be a great book coming out soon. Order it now. Tori Hope Petersen. We'll be back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith